everyone, Dre here. Just gonna show you some simple dance competition makeup, how to put it on, and Olivia back here is gonna help. And I just wanted to let everybody know I'm gonna show you step by step what to do, and I'm also gonna show you what I use. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what you have to use, it's just something similar, but it shows you basic colors and everything like that. Also, you can see I have no makeup on now, so you'll see what I look like at the end. Stop laughing. Alright, let's get started. So first thing I did is moisturize, and then after that I put on primer, and I let that soak into my skin for about 5 minutes. This is the primer I used, the Neutrogena. I just got it at Walmart. It was pretty cheap. And then I also put Vaseline on my lips. Before I did that, I brushed it with a really soft toothbrush just to get all the dead flaky skin off. Put a little bit of the Vaseline on to moisturize. Now we're set to go. First I'm going to do the eyes. So we'll start with the eyebrows. Just a basic eyebrow pencil. I have very fair skin, so I bought blonde. So I'm just going to start. This has a brush on the end, as you can see. So the first thing you can do, you can just brush them, get them in line, get them shaped up, which I don't barely have any, but that's okay. And then you just fill it in with real light, feathery strokes. Just till you get the shape that you want. And do the other side. Okay, so you basically have them filled in, and then what you do is you go over again with the brush, just to make sure to feather it out a little bit, and you just follow the natural shape of your eyebrows. And then my pencil on this end has wax, and you just go right over top your eyebrows with it, and it helps set it so they stay nice and neat. Okay, so basic eyebrows are done. Then what I do is I get the lightest color that I have, and I'm using is Urban Decay. I think it's called Polyester Bride. Anyway, it's shimmery, and it's, if you can see, it's almost white. It's like a cream color. So you start with that, and here's the brush I use for this. Just a small brush, because I'm going to get the inside corners of my eyes and also right under the arch of my eyebrow. So I'll just go fill that in. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be blending later. And then you go right under the arch of your eyebrow. Follow it along. And then I normally just kind of blend it a little bit with my finger. And then do the other side. Okay, so you have that layer on. And then you want to get the darkest brown that you're going to use next for your crease. And I am going to use Naked Urban Decay palette. Looks like this. And the one I'm using is called Snakebite. It's the darkest brown color, if you can see right here, right there. My brush is, if you can see, slanted. That will help me get into the crease. So I take my darkest color, and a little trick, you just go to the outside of your eye and you just draw a little upward mark. That helps you. And then you go and angle it in to your crease. And just go along the crease a couple times. And for more dramatic look, you can extend that up a little further if you want. And then you just fill in that part and go to the next, the other side. Same thing. And then the next brush I take, I have another angle brush, but it's a little bit fluffier. So I take a light pinkish or cream color that's a little bit darker than the highlighting color. And I just dip my brush in there and I go right above the crease. Just kind of get that color in there. Just blend that right above. And then you can wing it out a little bit at the end. Okay, so you got that color on. Then you want to take a probably a medium-sized eyeshadow brush, about like this. And that's what I'm going to take back into that same brown color that I put in my crease. And I'm going to blend across to the middle. To the middle of my eyelid. And then do the other side. And you just keep dipping your brush in a little bit at a time to get it nice and blended. So once you have the desired effect, blend that in. Then you take the same kind of brush and you brush that into a highlighting color. I have this pretty gold color like this, and it's a little bit shimmery. This one's by Kat Von D. And I start at the middle of my lid and just blend it over towards the corner. It just gives a little highlight to the middle, makes your eyes pop. Till you get the desired look that you want. And when you're done at the very end, I have a little bit bigger eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit fluffier and you can see it's bigger. This is the one I use to blend when I'm all done and I have it pretty much how I want it to look. But I just go over it to blend it, make sure all the colors go together nicely so you don't see any streaks. So there you go, basic eyeshadow blending. Now we're going to do the fun part, the eyeliner. I think we'll start first with the white eyeliner pencil. Just a cheap eyeliner pencil from Walmart. And you want to go inside your waterline on the bottom. And this makes your eyes pop. Okay. Alright, so that part's done. The next part, you want to take black pencil eyeliner. This is just another cheap one from Walmart. And you want to get the inside upper eyelid. And just lightly go over it. This helps when you put the final eyeliner on the top. It helps get everything blended. And just do the same on the other side. And then you can go a little bit on the bottom. Don't worry if it's not perfect on the bottom because you're going to blend it at the end. The softer the pencil, like a kohl pencil, it's easier to blend. It doesn't look so uneven. Okay, so we have that part done. Now I also have a felt tip eyeliner pen, pretty much. This one's Kat Von D, but anyway, the basic thing you want to look for the felt tip liner is this. When you open it, it looks like a real thin marker. So then the way I do it, and I just learned this trick, don't stretch your eye like this. Keep it open like you would normally look. And I start from the outside and get my line going there to give a little drama. And then you just lightly follow the lash line. The more dramatic you want it to look, the thicker you draw the line. So to start, it's easier to draw the line thin and then add to it instead of drawing it thick to start. I'm going to start on the other side. Just get that line to the outside going first. So once you have your eyeliner on the way you like it, what I do is I go back and then just to finish it off, I kind of like go real lightly in between my lashes just to get every nook and cranny so it doesn't look like that harsh line and then you see like skin. It looks weird. Okay, so you've done that. So basically your eyes are finished and now you can go on to the rest of your face. I do my eyes first. That way if I get, a lot of times I'll get eyeshadow falls down into here and that looks like I look like a raccoon. So if you do your eyes first before you do the rest of your makeup on your face, you have a chance to clean that off without taking a whole bunch of makeup off. So now I'm going to start on my face. And like I was saying, if you have any of that makeup, you just take your makeup remover wipes and you just kind of go over that. Make sure that's clean. It's all cleaned up. And then you can go on, and I'm not putting my mascara on till the very end. That way the liner has a chance to dry, and while I'm putting on my makeup base, I'm not putting my hands or my fingers or the sponge or anything in the mascara making a mess. So we'll wait till the end for that. So let me get my makeup base. Easy enough. You get whatever works for you, works for your skin type, and whatever matches your skin tone. So I'll put that on. I like to blend it with my fingers, and then at the very end I get a sponge just to make sure I did a good job and got it in all the nooks and crannies. So I'll finish that up and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. So I finished putting it on, and I used, like I said, I use my fingers. So at the very end, then I go back. I have like, you can get any kind of like little makeup sponge or whatever you like to use. I just go back over, kind of like under my nose, on my chin, blend it down my neck. That way you don't have that weird line. Just kind of blend it all in. Blend it into your hairline. Okay, so you have your base on now. So now I'll show you really easy, a little bit of contouring. This will help your cheekbones pop, and it'll look good on stage. So I have any kind of contouring kit you want to get. Basically you can use blush, you can use a little bit darker makeup base if you want to use a cream instead of a powder. I just have a powder contouring kit by Kat Von D, and I take my brush. So I have a brush with an angled end. That's what I want to use for my darker color. And I want to take that brush in my darkest color that I'm going to use, and that has to go right along my cheekbone. Now you don't want to go too low because then it makes your face look strange, and you don't obviously want to go too high. So the easiest way, you could do fish lips, and you can see, you just follow that line. So you start back towards your ear and work your way down. Almost like a stripe, and then you're going to go back and blend. So you go ahead and you do that on the other side. And then, with that same dark color, that mirror is getting in the way. With that same dark color, you want to go along your hairline and meet right here where that ended. And you're going to blend all that together. You almost kind of go in a heart shape. So you can start in the middle of your forehead and blend this way into that line. Just blend it right into the hairline. Just gives you a little dimension, a little contouring. Just blend right down to that. Okay, so you have it pretty much how you want it. Now you take that same dark color and you're just going to lightly go on your jawline. That'll bring out your jawline. Help to erase if you have a double chin like I do. Just don't go too dark. You have to blend really well because you don't want to see that line. It looks goofy. Okay, so we've done that. Now we want to go on to the light colors. So what you do is you get your light color. As you can see, my palette is like the light colors are on the top. One's peachy, one's lighter, and the dark color's on the bottom. So I'm taking the light peachy color, and I'm this is the highlight. So I'm taking it on the top of my cheekbones, basically right under my eye. highlights that area. Same on the other side. Then you just go down the bridge of your nose. Your Cupid's bow right here above your lips. In the middle of your chin. Those are the areas you want to highlight. Okay. So you've done your basic contouring. You can contour more on your nose if you want to make it look skinnier or whatever you want to do. I'm not going to show you that. I'm not very good at it, but there's tutorials online if you want to do that. That's just basic contouring. So now that I've gotten that part on, I want to take the biggest, fluffiest brush I have and just kind of go over my whole face. Just to make sure everything's blended. I don't have big streaks, weird areas. Okay, so now I have cream blush and cream highlighter. These are just like chubby sticks that I found. This was at Walmart. It's flat, I think by Flower. Yeah, by Drew Barrymore. So if you can see, it's like a gold. It looks like a fat lipstick. Anyway, I'm going to use that for a little bit more highlighting because this is a little bit lighter yet. And you see how I just do a line right under there, bridge of my nose, a little on my forehead, Cupid's bow, and right here in the middle of my chin. So you can kind of see where you get, and then you just blend that in. You can use your sponge again or your fingers. I'm just going to use my fingers. Just blend that in. And then I've chosen a little bit of pink for a blush. And I just go right above that dark line that we made with the contouring powder. I just go right above that really lightly. You can always add more. And you can use powder blush if you like that better. I just like the cream because I have very dry skin. So you just blend. Again, fingers, sponge, whatever you like to use. Blend, blend, blend. Until you get the desired look. And I think that looks pretty good. Hopefully you can see I don't know if the lighting's that great, but hopefully you can see. Okay, so now we have that basics down. Let's do the lipstick. First thing you want to do, line your lips. I usually get, now if you want, you can match your liner to your lipstick. I usually get a nudish color. And that's what I line my lips with first, and then I put the lipstick color on. So I'll line my lips. I start right here, make that little V. Just follow the natural lip. And short strokes. Okay, so I'm back. You can see that I lined my lips. It's probably a little hard to see because it's not that dark. It's like a nude color. But I've lined my lips, so now I just want to kind of fill in the rest of my lip. That'll help my lipstick stay on longer. So I just kind of fill it in. And fill in the bottom. Push them together. Easy. Now, put your lipstick on. The best way to put your lipstick on is get a lipstick brush. That's the best way to get even application. Lipstick brush just looks like this, real tiny. So you just get some of your lipstick on there, just like that, and just fill it in. Take your time, because you don't want to get outside of the lips and then you look like a clown. You just want to fill it in nice and neat. And you can keep adding layers so you get the darkness that you want. And please ask your dance teachers exactly which lip color you're supposed to have. This is Olivia's from last year, and it's a red, so we're just going to go with that. You're supposed to have like a bright red, but like I said, be sure what they want. Okay, so I'm back. You can see it's pretty bright lipstick. And you can also, to make sure it has some extra staying power, put your lipstick on, your first coat, blot it with a tissue a little bit, and then put on another coat, and then that'll help it stay a little bit longer and give you a little bit brighter color. So that part's done. Now let's go to eyelashes. So I have this Mighty Nice tool. I got this at Sephora. I got it really cheap on clearance for like $5. It looks like this. It's like weird looking tweezers. Okay? These really help to apply the eyelashes, especially if you don't have somebody to do it for you. So, anyway, take your eyelashes. Also, refer to your dance teachers which ones you're supposed to have. I think they're number 33. But this is just to show you how to get them on. So, you just pull them off the display. Okay, and then basically you hold on to them with your tweezers like so. So you can hold it. You have your eyelash glue. You want clear, it's the easiest one to work with. And you don't need to put gobs on, you just put like a thin, here I'll hold it up so you can see a thin line of glue. And it looks white, but it dries clear. So just spread it out. It's actually a lot. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but you let that glue on there for about 30 seconds, and then that's when you attach it to your eye. So we're going to let that dry, and I'll be right back to show you how to attach it. Okay, so we've waited about 30 seconds. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold this with the tweezers, and you're just going to line it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Line it up with your eye, and you might have to trim it if it's too long. And you just kind of push it. Oh, see, it's not cooperating. Just kind of push it into the base of your lashes and hold it there till the glue dries. And this tool, on the other end, it helps a little bit. It has this little thing, and you can kind of just position the eyelashes where you need them to be. And then wait for them to dry. If you can see, I just kind of push it down to match my lash line. And I gotta let that dry a little bit. When it's clear, you'll know that it's dry. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, if you look, you don't see the glue anymore. It's not white, it's dried clear now. So now is time to finish it all off with your mascara, and that'll really make your eyes pop. Because now you've added the lashes, and now you want this will actually help your lashes adhere. The fake ones adhere to the real ones when you kind of put the mascara on all together. So that is pretty much our last step. There's one more little thing I'll show you. And then don't forget your bottom lashes. You know what? I didn't show you how to curl them. That's okay, because we'll let this dry, and then we'll curl them, and we can add another coat of mascara. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so I've let that dry a little bit. So now I'm just going to go in there with the eyelash curler, and you just try to get to the root of your lashes, and you just hold that there for 10, 20 seconds. And then same thing with the other side. And you can do this a couple times if you want. Gives it a nice curl. Also helps your eyes pop, makes them look a little bit bigger. I just do twice on each side. Looks scary, doesn't hurt. Okay, so now we're ready for our last coat of mascara. So you just add that on. And your bottom lashes. And bottom over here. And if you feel like you need to add another coat of mascara, let that dry and you can absolutely add another coat. The very last thing I'll show you too, like I said, ask your teacher, make sure it's okay. I always like to have sparkle and glitter. So I have this little bit of glitter that when you open it up, it's a teeny tiny little brush. And I just like to brush that right above where I've winged my liner out. And it just gives it a little, you don't need a lot, just gives it like a little pop. And it catches I think it catches the light nicely, especially when you're up on stage. So voila, there you go. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and hopefully the lighting was good. So, and I will see everybody Saturday at rehearsal. Have a good night.